Hello everybody, welcome to the first official episode of Inside the Squared Circle. It's Thursday the 19th of January, and the fight we want to cover today is this Chris Brown Soulja Boy beef that's allegedly going to turn into some kind of boxing match. I mean, both of these boys have been promoting the shit out of this fight. I mean, who the fuck hasn't actually heard about it at this point? Like, they got names like Mayweather, fucking Mike Tyson, 50 Cent somehow got involved in all this shit, and it's just blown out of proportion. It's obviously going to be some kind of shit fight, some Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, but who knows? Maybe this could be Agler-Earns part 2. I mean, it probably won't be, but yeah, who knows? With big names like this getting thrown around, you never know. But what I decided to do is cut the bullshit from the real facts, and let's have a proper look at these fighters and see, you know what, who's got the best chance at doing something in this fight. I mean, the fight would probably never really happen, but theoretically, if it did, it's worth having a look at who would probably win. Alright, we'll start with Soulja Boy. So looking at his Wikipedia, he was born in Chicago. People call this place Chirac. Bruv, it's nothing like Iraq, so don't gas yourself. But he moved to Atlanta when he was 6 years old. He's now 26. He's 5'7", 134 pounds or 61 kg, and status we'll come on to a bit later. Okay, so next up, we got Chris Brown, or Chris Breezy, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's from Virginia. He's 27 years old, 6 foot, 185 pounds or 81 kg, and his status we'll look at a bit later. But just from the get-go, this shit looks like an unfair fight. I mean, both of these guys are in completely different weight divisions. I guess, you know what, if they're up for it, you know what, I'm up for watching it as well. So, carry on, lads. Okay, so when I said status, I meant where the fighters are mentally, whether they could actually withstand the intensity of a boxing match. So starting with Chris, as he's the bigger fighter and definitely the paper favourite going into this fight, I'd say, you know what, he's mentally ready. I mean, you can't get it twisted, the guy is definitely bipolar and he's fucking out of his mind. But as far as getting in the ring, you know what I'm saying, plenty of boxers are out of their minds. Fucking look at Mike Tyson, the lad that's training him. It's fucking crazy when he used to fight. But you know what? I think it was Chris's idea to have this fight. The boy clearly psyched himself up for this shit. You know what? I think he's ready. I think he's ready to go Tom Hardy on this bastard. And if you do some reading, looking back at Chris's history, I mean, this guy's no stranger to scrapping. I mean, he's fucked. Like, I've just run through a few things on his Wikipedia. Like, look at this. June 2012, him and Drake get into it outside a nightclub or something. Long Shoreville, 8 people get injured, including the lad that plays for the San Antonio Spurs, a guy called Tony Parker. I was about to say Chris there. But basically, this guy had to have surgery to get glass removed from his eye. So this shit was no joke. January 13, punches Frank Ocean in the face, allegedly. October 13, allegedly, again, got into it with 2 guys, punched one of them, broke his nose. I'm saying this lad's banned from the UK, this lad's banned from Australia. You mix that with fucking Mike Tyson, you got a fucking recipe for killing, boy. Plus, we know Chris has got pretty good stamina. I mean, the lad plays celebrity basketball, and he seems to be in alright condition. I mean, he does concerts all the time. I mean, he keeps himself fit, doesn't he? Next up, we got Soulja Boy, or DeAndre Cortez Way. I mean, there's less detail out there about the actual physical fights that Soulja Boy has gone into. But that could also be because, you know what, there's not cameras following him all the time. There's not people always around him. Shit can slide. Shit can slide real. So, you know, you never know. But moving on to actual status, I mean, he does seem mentally ready. Maybe not as ready as Chris is, but you know what, he is still ready. At the same time, I think he told TMZ if he manages to stop smoking, he thinks he can knock Chris out first round. Fuck knows if that's actually true, but you know what, I'll give it to the lad. But you know what, just ringing off a few beefs he's been in. He's been in beefs with Ice-T, Charles Hamilton, Bow Wow, the US Armed Forces, Hobson, Chief Keef, now Chris Brown. One thing that is a little suspicious about this whole Soulja Boy beef is, looking back at his history, it seems that he kind of gets into beef with people, releases a diss track slandering them, and then 2-3 weeks later comes back saying he's fucking sorry about the whole situation, let's make a song and be friends. I mean, is this just one massive attempt to get a free Chris Brown feature? Like, come on son, you're better than that. Or maybe you're not, but for fuck's sake. But anyway bruv, coming back to this table now, and if we input status for both of these people, we can say that, you know what, Chris is definitely ready for this fight. He's psyched out of his fucking mind. And you know what, Soulja Boy, I think he's ready as well. Maybe he's a bit more apprehensive than Chris is, but he's ready. Okay. Alright, so weighing all that up, taking it all into consideration, taking the height, the weight difference, the fact that Chris obviously has stamina, whereas we can't confidently say that about Soulja Boy. You know what, I'll give this fight to Chris. If I was a betting man, my money would be on Chris Brown, first round knockout, definitely, 100%. I mean, there's just more to him. He's bigger, he weighs more, he's probably got a longer reach. got stamina. I mean, fuck knows how Soulja Boy's gonna survive this shit. But you know what? He got himself into this fucking mess. But you know what? Don't count the small man out. Maybe he can fight. Maybe he's been training in secret all this fucking time. Maybe he's waiting for the time for someone to try him. Like Chris has tried him, then he's gonna lay this bastard out. Or not, and he gets fucked up. And the whole world sees it. But you know what? He ain't got nothing to lose. His career's in the fucking toilet. I mean, you see him all the time on Instagram. He's faking with money. Like, his life's shit. Like, he peaked too early. That fucking Soulja Boy song he had fucking back in the day when all of us were fucking 7. But that was the shit. That was his high. But anyway, there's my 2 cents on the whole matter. You know what? I'm thinking about looking at maybe other entertainers and kind of weighing them up in a similar way, perhaps in more detail. If you have any suggestions of entertainers that you want to potentially see, then just put it in the comments below. I mean, I've got my own ideas as well, but let me know if there's something you want requested. Anyway, boys and girls, that's all for me on Thursday the 19th of January. I'll see you lot on the next one. Alright, peace. Laters.